Hello, lovely. This is your favorite planet, Dr. Rosmarinus here, and welcome back to Monster World Iceborne. Been a little bit, hasn't it? Well, it's only been like a week or two since the last Iceborne video. I hope you guys enjoyed the Marvel Tokon videos. These were so much fun to make. I had so much fun with the beta. I really want to play it some more, man. When I have the money, I'm for sure getting that game. I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna get the deluxe edition, that deluxe ultimate edition. Because that Doctor Doom skin is so cool, and that Storm one is. I like Punk Storm. Punk Storm is just so good. Um, so, yeah. Anyways, cheers. Let's keep going. That's the wrong one. Whatever. Fucking. Yeah. Alright. Today is going to be the next Elder Dragon. I accidentally did record the part where we had to talk to the guy. But it's just the same as every other conversation with like this. We're like, hey, we found the Elder Dragon. Let's go kick its ass. So, off we go to kick its giant ass. Alright, as you can see, I don't have the armor yet. That one drop is such a pain, dude. I love Monster Hunter, but when you're working on a schedule like mine, well, I should say, Monster Hunter World in my schedule, where it's like every Friday, is very difficult to grind for, but Rise will be a completely different story because that game is super easy to grind and I love it.
Watch yourself.
Oh, ready. I will cut through when we get there because no one wants to watch me fumble around for like an hour. Alrighty, I believe we are here because I actually remembered where it is for the first time.
Hey, partner!
Alrighty. Yeah, I love this Elder Dragon so much. It has such a pretty design. It's very like, was it bioluminescent? It's a, I don't know about aquatic stuff because sea scares me, so I don't bother. We don't even know that much about it anyway, so what's the point? It's a joke. There are very pretty things in the sea, but there's also things that horrify me.
I guess it's because I grew up
Good, yeah. Hello there. Oh. Hiya. Bloody bastard. Yeah. Dude. If you hear someone in the background, that's been that. Sorry. Yeah.
When you call, I just call my mom.
That's literally has happened to my mom a couple times. Like on the phone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For whatever. If you can't hear her, yeah. Sometimes because my mom has, well, in her words, a squeaky voice, where she kind of sounds like a kid. And there have been times where it's like the cord falls, and they're like, "Hey, can we speak to your mom?" And she's like, "I am the one who's supposed to be calling." They're like, "Oh, yeah." Another word for mom is called it. My mom has called it Munchkin Way.
And your mother would be so disappointed if you're not in love with the sea.
I mean, I like certain parts. Like I always say, it just freaks me out. So, yeah. Yeah. So he's my grandfather, right?
Yeah.
My grandpa would be so disappointed the fact that I don't like the sea. I mean, it's not that I don't. It's not that I hate it. It's just there's things that freak me out. Freaky shit that. They're still freaky as shit. Even the parts, even the no kill orcas.
Aren't
Yeah, they are freaky.
they're dicks of the sea.
Yep. We. Oh, we're not pulling the shit. You get your ass back here, you big fishy fuck. I swear, if you go down there. Yeah.
Military. I learned to swim and make the Mexico.
Yep.
It's the Gulf of Mexico.
Gee. I'm trying to do. Come on, you big bitch. And it's running away. Okay. Come here. See, for some reason, okay, probably because I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, so I've been getting a little better at it. And probably because actually I see these songs. No, I don't. That's like, I don't know. Why is the moment I said that I get hit? I'm not doing this shit. Hey, cool, someone joined. Let's process a little bit easier. Ooh, shit. That's such a pretty monster. Its armor's even prettier. Ooh, haze me. Haze my ass. Yay. Yes. Walk up to the bar ring. I don't want to be over there, because as I know what that'll do. If I'm just standing there doing nothing. Okay. Leave me alone. Oh my god, I can't even run away. Hey, Palico, can you just distract it for 5 minutes? Not asking for much, man. There we go. No. You're near. Okay. Okay. You can not leave. I'd just like to go to the next part without any hassle. Please. Maybe a mild hassle, I don't want to do that easy, but still. I remembered. Yeah, we've played a lot of Power World recently, so I kind of forgot to record a couple days, and here we are. It's a fun game, though. Like, I would spend, like, 3 days? Yeah, 3 days. I managed to get, like, level, of course, with some modification. Mostly changing around the settings. Because, you know, if they didn't want me to do that, they wouldn't have put it in the game. Like the XP modifiers, and I managed to get like a level 80. I still haven't even gotten all the spheres yet. I've been trying to get fully upgraded before I get to the end game. So, yeah. Excited to see But at the end game stuff, like specifically like World Tree. I love the Coral Highlands. As a random, I just think the Coral Highlands is such a dope location in this game. Oh, his colors are faded. I just forget it does that when you damage it. Oh, sorry if I'm a little sniffly. I don't know why. Just started all of a sudden. Could be allergies. Hey, like 2 people joined. I didn't notice. Okay. You dick. Hello. You're mean. Oh, he gets smells. Ah, it's a dragon! Leave me alone. What did I do? What did I do? It's a boo-boo. Okay, Alright, let's restock on potions and actually remember to grab first aid meds, because I think that's what messed me up. Also, as a random, I fully decided what's going to come after this, after we're done with Monster Hunter World. As like a break from Monster Hunter, we're going to do For Honor, it's a short story and really fun. And then we'll move on to Monster Hunter Rise. Then play probably Space Marine 2. And then play World Wilds. Which probably by that point the DLC will be out and I will have it and, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm really excited for that DLC. It looks so good. And I've talked about it before, but just that first trailer is so awesome, especially with the showcase of Lao Shen Lung. I wonder how they're going to improve the fight compared to the original. Again, I haven't experienced the original fight. I could boot up Monster Hunter Frontiers and play the Lao Shen Lung fight, which I might do after this actually. Got better informed. But why is my health low? I forgot to use Ancient Potion. Oh shit. Okay, I can't. Once it leaves, I'm gonna go back to camp and grab an Ancient Potion. I can't believe I forgot that. I never forget that. I never do. So I gotta play hyper safe even more, so. Oh, Jesus! Tasing. I don't like being tased. Tasing isn't fun. I don't know how some people are into it. I don't know. The reason why I want to do For Honor is because I just want to highlight like how good that game is. It's a fantastic game. If you haven't played For Honor and you feel intimidated by like, you know, the memes you see about it being a grueling experience and all that, don't get me wrong. Playing against PvP is, yeah, it's an experience to say the least. But it's massive. But it's there are other ways to enjoy the game. You know, it has a fantastic story that if you haven't played it, you should go experience. Be warned, I do not recommend it if you're trying to learn the game, because it is technically still old For Honor and not the new stuff, so it's very different. But it's fun. And if you want to play outside of the story mode, what I do, because I've been playing For Honor since what, 2016? Yeah, 2016. So around like year 2 or 1. When the Trials of Iron? Tales of Iron. I can't remember. It was the first Apollyon event. Can't remember the exact name right now. It eludes me, but Test Your Metal. It was the first Test Your Metal that I started playing. And it was a lot of fun. And even with, what, 2,000 hours? Yeah, 2,000 hours that I have. I absolutely suck at PvP. I've tried with many different characters. It isn't my thing. But I still enjoy it with the aspect of I don't play against people, I play against bots. If you have the game, if you go to like matchmaking before you start a certain match, you press square preferences, I believe it is. You can set it up to where you get players versus AI, and instead you'll get other people, but you're not fighting against real people. So that's a good way to experience it if that's not what you want to do. If you feel confident that you can go PvP, go ahead. But it ain't about being good at the game, just have a fun experience. Whatever floats your boat. Or if that's not your thing, they also have the arcade mode that's pretty good too. So. And, okay. I'm gonna preface this. I am a history fan. I want to degree history. I don't know what yet, because I guess we have, but history nonetheless. That's what I want to learn. And I'm just saying this out of the love for history. Not everything needs to be historically accurate 100%. I see it a lot with Assassin's Creed, and I see it a lot with For Honor. I'm sorry. If I've seen games that try to be historically accurate, and they do not do well as a multiplayer game. Chivalry is a good example-ish. Like, not a perfect example, but it's not a super popular game. It's very much niche. But a really good example is More Now. More Now? Who's More Now? If you know what I'm talking about. I've tried. I can't get into it. I like Chivalry. I just can't get the More Now. It's not my type. Because it feels like they went too realistic. Whereas something with For Honor or Assassin's Creed, the reason why those games have done so well is that they're not historically accurate. There is some historical accuracy. But I think in the realm of video games, that doesn't matter. 100% historical accuracy isn't important. Do they tell a good story, and do the mechanics work? Now, you should be historically accurate if you're making a documentary, whether that be on YouTube or on any other channel. You need to be historically accurate. But if it's for a video game, usually the historically accurate video games aren't that popular, and don't stay popular if anything else. And that's what I think makes For Honor so good, is that it's a mix of both fiction and reality. There are historical bases for everything you see in the game, from the armor to the characters themselves. Even if you can't immediately find it, like I saw people when the Arcura came out, saying that it wasn't historically accurate, why the hell does she look like that, blah blah blah. And as someone who is very interested in Japanese history, culture, blah blah blah, I already knew what they based her off of. Now, her name is basically the Japanese version of a female gangster. Yakuza type stuff. But another thing is the outlandish hair and everything for her is also part of the, delinquent culture. Back, I believe, in like 60s, 70s, 80s, around that time. And a lot of them would rebel against dress codes and all that with outlandish hair colors or outlandish hair in general. It was a way to just rebel against that system. Going, I'm not going to dress the way you want me to, I'm going to do my own thing. And even Lifeline and Kure are very similar. Hence the tattoos. So there is a historical basis. While it's not necessarily within, like, Edo period of Japan, there is some basis for it. And all it takes is a simple Google search and you will find it. But even then, it doesn't need to be 100% accurate. Also, tonfas are cool, and so, yeah. But my point being, if it's a video game, if it's at least a little bit accurate, that's good. I'd rather have a fun game than a documentary. To put it simple, I'd rather have a fun history game than a documentary game, because then it just gets boring. And I'm someone who casually watches documentaries. I don't want to play a documentary, I like watching them, especially on the romance of their kingdoms. But at the end of the day, everyone's gonna want that. Maybe some people are into history, but not into the extent of what I like. So, yeah, like people. Shadows came out, like with the ICK stuff. It was just like, oh, that whole thing was just like, let's find the racist. You. But hey, that's how I want to get that game though. It looks so good. I like how it looks and everything. So yeah, it's got my original. Oh yeah, historical accuracy. What the hell? Accuracy is always important. Again, if you're doing a video on YouTube or if you're like History Channel, whatever, that historical accuracy does matter, especially when you cite your sources. And yeah, I went on a nerdy history review. That's what happens when you get narcissistic hyperfixation. Literally. Yeah, I know not everyone's gonna agree with me. This is gonna be a hot take. Yep. So this is gonna be a bit of a hot take. Now, I play on PlayStation. I'm not a PlayStation fan, girl. I can admit when PlayStation is stupid. Like the whole physical games thing. That was I don't play physical games. I have digital because that's what I like. But I do think that people who want to use physical should have those physical media. What they've done is stupid. Will probably be changed. Not in the way people are doing it, however. I'm seeing people go, log out of your PlayStation, don't play for a week. I'm gonna give y'all a reality check. That is going to do nothing, sadly. If that's how it worked, there would be a lot more change within companies. Here's what you do. You do all that semi-permanently. You log out, you don't play that. You go to another competitor like Xbox or Switch, seeing that they're wanting to continue physical media, and you do that. You go to another competitor, and you dedicate yourself to that for years until they change it. Doesn't sound fun, but now I'm not going to be doing that. And if any of you have a problem with that, that's perfectly fine. We all have difference of opinion. We need to respect that opinion. But I'm not some fangirl who thinks that Sony is this benevolent company. No, they're not. They've never been. Reality check. Companies, I always see this. When people say, companies just care about back then, like PS3, PS2 era. They never have. Never. Like I see people complain about microtransactions or whatever, and they go, they used to care back then. First of all, microtransactions existed back in the PS3 and Xbox 360 days. No one complained about it then, so what was stopping them from continuing? That's why they continue to do it, because they do what they can do it. So, I'm not saying that gamers are to blame because of it, but if you didn't make a fuss about it, then that's going to tell the company, hey, players are okay with this, let's see how far we can push it. Now, I do think some companies are better at it than others. There is a way to do it that doesn't piss people off. So, yeah, I will agree. They always wanted your money. That has never changed. Just the way it's done has been changed. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who goes into gaming are really evil people. The industry is filled with passion still, even if it's from some of the bigger companies that people say have this. There's still a person behind that. But I don't want people to have this, well, put it bluntly, rose-tinted glasses. It's nostalgia. It's that. Don't get me wrong. I do think sometimes some prices for cosmetics in games are a bit ludicrous. It doesn't matter if it's free to play or if you've already bought it. Like Call of Duty. It does not matter where it's at. Sometimes the prices can get a little iffy. Some games can justify more quality. For an example, Warframe. Warframe is one of those games that is worth the extra money. Another game for me that's worth the extra money is Warhammer Dark Tide. I will buy skins, I will do all that because I like the game, I like what they do. You know, it's, like I said, very much a hot take. But I want to grow this channel based off of we can respect each other's opinions without being at each other's throats. You don't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with you. Another weird hot take I have is I see people go, oh, because of this whole physical media, I'm going to move to PC so they can't take away my games, right? Blah, 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 blah. I want to give those people reality check. It's going to happen there too. Steam is not perfect either. People like to act like it is. They are a good company. They're not as greedy as some others. But you still have the same issue of DLLs. The thing that the digital license thing. It can it's happened to Xbox, Switch, to Steam. The only really gaming site that doesn't have that issue is GOG, but they don't do multiplayer games, they do single player games. So there's no problem there. It doesn't matter. Have things like, even with physical media, and people like that, like digital is the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's digital or physical. To quote a lot of people, you will earn nothing and like it. I see some people say that it's only digital that has that problem. Even if you have a disc, it does not matter. If that online game gets shut down, it's gone. Which is bullshit. Like, you should be able to keep playing that game. There should be an end-of-life plan that is basically, hey, you know, we're not making any more content, but hey, you can still play it, blah, 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 blah. Do I think they will do that? Most likely, yes. I think if it becomes a big enough issue, that will become law. Because, you know, it violates consumer rights. But just all sorts of hot topics today, aren't there? Ooh, that's good. Oh, I'll go get that one, but no, that's what I think about, like, current gaming space. And what I want a lot of people to realize. And I want to emphasize again, you do not like my opinion, fine. But I will respect yours if you respect mine. You can stick around, be around. We don't have to agree on everything. But just don't let nostalgia blind you about companies. Never cared. Always wanted your money. Didn't matter. Even the people who develop these games, the small guys, still going to make some money. Yes, there's passion there. But no one goes into gaming without wanting to make a little bit of cash. Same goes for everything. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. Sadly, I knew someone who worked for Bethesda and they got laid off. I'm going to agree. Those 3,000 employees that got laid off, there has to have been a better solution. I don't know what the solution could have been, seeing that they just had a can of Coke and 3 pennies to their name. But there had to have been a better solution than just laying off that many people without a backup for where they could go. That's what they could have done. They could have still laid them off, but had lined up with other companies so that way they can at least continue in the gaming industry, just with a different company. But even as good decisions as Asher Sharma has made, that's the one that is dumb, in my opinion. I'm not saying that the layoffs weren't inevitable with companies like this. It's always inevitable. But there could have been a better way to do it, as in what they've done with the studios that they've got rid of. Is hey, are you going indie, or do we need to sell you to another company? Something like that, like, hey, if you want to go with this company, blah, blah, blah. I think that's something they should have done. Or she should have done. So she's in charge of that. But, then again, when you're left with a shaking ship, there's a lot of pressure on you, so let's also do that. Not excuse did, because I agree with her on that. On other things I do agree with. Those that need to get their ass in gear when it comes to. And it's not that they don't release anything, like people act like they haven't released anything in years. They've had a pretty consistent release schedule. It's just they haven't done Fallout or Elder Scrolls in a while. It's not that they don't release anything, it's just been a little bit since the last one. But I would imagine that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be a lot better than expected. And especially since they're full steam ahead on developing that. That was the thing that our friend had worked on. He was a story writer. So hopefully they got him at least finish that before. Probably did. They probably would have done that because they sound confident when they come. And as a really quick thing, I hope it takes place in Hammerfell. I think it would be a cool location, seeing Redguard. I think another one, just biased towards Dark Elves. I would also like to see Morrowind again, like on a larger scale than the original Morrowind game was. Like not just one island, but like maybe like both islands, like the island and then like the main continent of Morrowind would be pretty dope. Again, I'm totally not biased towards Dark Elves. I think Dark Elves are one of the coolest races in Elder Scrolls, and I totally don't make them every time I play Elder Scrolls. Definitely. But I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on like gaming stuff recently. He is just fucking bad, jeez. I love this fight, it's really good. When are you gonna dodge? Haha! I'm not gonna laugh too hard though, because at any moment, if you wanna know why, I know we talked about earlier, how I don't like the ocean. There's a lot of creepy shit in there. I know some of it's like in the deeper depths, but even like in the non-depths, there are some freaky things. Like the goblin shark, like killer whales. Killer whales are dicks at the sea. Yeah, if you don't know, go look up how killer whales are in reality, and yeah. It ain't Shamu, so enjoy that. I guess kind of fear of the unknown is kind of my whole thing. And this is a joke, this is not serious, but it's kind of like a joke. Is that her side of her family are very disappointed that I don't like to see, because that, like, my papa's side of the family is like, most of them were in the Navy. They came here in a boat, so many of them were in the Navy. Yeah. Also, yay, this thing's finally dead. Such a cool monster, but man, that was...
Yeah.
Even if they do, it's fine. But... yeah, that was a cool fight. I forget what's next. Isn't Ebony or the Gary already fought? Is that the last fight before the last couple ones? I don't know, I think we're getting close. I don't think it's the next one, which is no Gigante again. But I don't remember what the next one is. It might be just a simple hey, go get all this evidence and blah blah blah, but we will see.
Listen up, everyone. We have the results from our investigation into the old Everworm.
I'll go first then, shall I? After investigating the locations of the song, we discovered something of a pattern. These are the locations in chronological order.
Pattern? It looks a bit random to me.
Just hold on a minute now. Let me add the locations of the seismic actions from first to last.
A spiral? It's following the Everstream.
Of course. So it's been moving along the trails of energy emanating from the Everstream.
Well, just for good measure, how about we tack on that Elder Dragon data that the Fifths collected?
Yes, sir. Here's where the Elder Dragons first became active.
Amazing. Looks like our teamwork's paid off. So, what's next?
Well, we've discovered a remote island by following the line of the spiral mapped out here. If we also take into account when the Elder Dragons first began to appear, then this must be the location of the old Everworm.
Now then, we know little about this island. If we go, we'd need to steel ourselves for what may be the greatest challenge we've ever faced. So, what do you all think?
Do you even have to ask?
Full steam ahead!
Agreed.
I know you're concerned for our safety, Commander, but we're ready. We've been ready. And besides, we don't have any other options.
That settles it then. We'll send the Fifth Fleet, our greatest hope. And right now, we need hope more than ever.
Chief, we'll need your leadership too. I wouldn't trust anyone else to get us back safely.
These drastic changes to the environment might eventually snowball into something irreversible. We need to do something before that happens.
We'll give the Fifth Fleet our full support. Begin preparations for departure.
Yes, sir!
It's all up to you two now. I'll be sitting this one out, but I still expect to hear all about it when you get back.
Fifth Fleet, come to me once you're ready. All right, everyone, let's get to it.
Let's board the airship and make for the old Everworm.
Alrighty. We're gonna cut it off there. I hate to cut it short like that, but I'd rather do the final couple missions all in one go. Next episode. So, I'm going to make sure that I grind the hell out of this game to get that Valkana armor. Even if I might have to delay it a bit. Because I know that fight is going to be a pain. I don't think I will. I think you can grind it enough to be able to do that, so I was taken that with a grain of salt, but yeah. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Next episode should be the final stretch. The end. Weird. Being so close to the end. This has been quite a journey. I mean, I've already beaten this game, but just for the channel reasons, it's helped me grow so much comparatively when I started this. I mean, we're at 88 subscribers. That's fantastic. So close to that 100. And we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. You know? My dad believed in me. I miss him every day. But I keep doing this because I know he would want me to. I also do it because it's fun. So, yeah. Anyways, see you next time. Be kind to one another, because the world needs more of it right now. Respect one another. Keep fighting that good fight. And I'll see you next time. And fuck guys. Bye now.